and welcome to a 2-minute overview of the BIM tools in BricsCAD. So what we've got here is in the BIM mode, so we've got options for making walls, slabs, columns, beams, etc. We're going to just go through some of the basics. You can create a wall, you can set criteria, so it's either a single wall, poly wall, thickness, height, etc. So if we go for a poly wall, for example, we can draw a line about 90 degrees to that line. And also, if you want, you can add an arc in there as well. And it'll generate the wall for you as per your criteria that you've set. Another way of doing this is using the quick draw command. And again, here you can either do it freehand, as it were, so we can click and drag. Again, we've got the settings for the floor to wall distance, wall thickness, and slab thickness. But what we can do is simply put our dimensions in, click, and then we've got a wall. You can put internals as well, just by selecting in the corner. It's going to snap to the edges for you automatically and place the wall for you. Another way of doing this is if you've got a sketch that you've already created, which is basically the plan of the room you want to create. We can go to our quick draw command, and here it's going to snap automatically to the edges of your sketch, and it will also modify the thickness of the wall to match the distance between the lines in your sketch. So here, for example, we might want to add a hallway and an extension. And as you can see, the red area is where it's going to subtract data, so you just have an extension of the peripheral walls. If you want to change the thickness, so we've got an internal wall here, again it's going to automatically change the size for you to match the sketch that you're snapping to. You see, it's quite easy to do. Other things we can do is changing the materials. So at the moment, if we just go to our compositions, we can see we've got all of the standard wall compositions you would like. So I'm just going to turn on the render and level of detail so we can see what's actually happening. And I'm just going to select the outside walls that we've just created. And I'm just going to say I want this to be a cavity wall and drop it on like so. It's going to give you a preview of the walls that you've selected. We can simply say accept, and then we have our brick wall for us automatically created. We can do that for the internal walls as well if we wanted to. So again, we can select those internal walls and we might just want those to be drywall. And accept that. So it's very easy to work with. Next thing you might want to do is add some windows, doors, etc. So I'm just going to go to my library and we're just going to go to add standard windows. These are default with the software. Obviously you can create your own if you wish. And I'm just going to drag and drop that onto our wall. Not going to worry about placement too much, but I'm just going to place it in there like so. We can also do the same with doors. And again, just place it on this wall. Just 0 there. And it's going to cut the hole in the wall for us and fit the door for us. So that's great for one layer. What happens if we want to have extra storage to this? Quite easy. We're just going to go to our quick draw command. We can see we've got a plus here. Click on there and we can add extra layers of a 3-story building, and then we'll put a roof on the top. So that's matched all of those properties for us automatically. The door hasn't been added because we're on the ground floor and we want that to stay as it is. So let's move on. And what I want to do is I may have forgotten to put a window in this end. So I'm just going to go back to my windows. And we'll just drop a window in here. Again, doesn't really matter too much about the accessory, it's just showing you the features as it were. So we place our window in there, but what happens now if we want a window in all of these walls that we just created? If we'd have done this before we added the extra stories, obviously they would have come across automatically like our original window has. But what I now want to do is match this on all of the other walls. So got a simple command called Propagate. We're going to go through the commands here. So select reference solids. So we're going to select the wall, and then we're also going to select the window. And now it's going to use that to analyze the model and the walls, and it's saying this is the component that seems to be different to everything else. We can say, yep, we're happy with that. And then it's going to show us where it's going to place those windows. So it's based on a wall, roughly the same dimensions as we were working with. So we can choose what we want to place in here. So I'm going to say I actually don't want windows placed on the end here. I probably don't want them on this one either. And we'll just take those off of there. When we're happy with that, simply click apply, and it will place those windows on all the floors and the walls that we selected. So very easy to work with, as you can see. We can also choose different floors here. So we've got a section created already, or an elevation created, so we can see that's the wall of that room. And here you can start adding details. Again, you can add additional walls, extra features, or in this case, we might want to add some furniture. So say this is going to be a dining room, so I want to place a table in here. And we'll also add some chairs. And again, you can populate this with all of the features and functions and the components that you need, all based in here. So you get the dining room, electrical fixtures, office, people, etc. We'll be going into much more detail on future videos. This is just a very quick taster just to show you how easy it is to work with. Other things you can do is if you go to your BIM data and if you select the BIMify command, and we can change our defaults here, so create spaces on the elevations and the floor plans, apply that. And that's now give us our section views and also the area of each of those floors. So again, just a quick look. There's an awful lot more we'll be showing you later on in future videos, but I hope you found that interesting. Thank you very much.